Okay guys, I had to change the position of my tarp here over my hammock. Get it more V style. So we got some really strong winds coming through. We got winds like 5 miles per hour to 15 to 20 mile per hour gust. See these trees right here. They're really waving. Yeah, this is not a time where you want to be out here in a hammock when you get into the 20 mile per hour winds and stuff like that, or 30 mile per hour winds. Because you can't have these branches fall on you. Now, the trees that this hammock is attached to, this one here for example, the limbs on it are not going, they're too small, they're not going to fall backwards on me here. This other tree right here in the center, it's got one limb that could fall toward the hammock, but again, I've got a ridge line on the hammock and this tarp line, and that'll protect you a little bit, depending on how big the limb is, but that'll help a little bit there, break the fall of that limb so it doesn't hit you too bad. Just so you get an idea what it looks like here. Hammock there. And I got drip cord. We call these kind of drip cords right here. And this is, you put these here, the rain comes down and hits right here, and then it comes down here and this funnels off, drops down instead of running all the way underneath your tarp line. And got them too on the ridge line too, on the hammock. So that's where we at, guys. There's a good wind coming by now. This tarp is really protecting me from the wind really well, as windy as it is. And you get right, it's probably like 70 degrees, maybe, or 68 degrees right now. And you can imagine if it was this kind of wind and it was like 40 degrees or 30 degrees, man, you'd be freezing to death. Okay, we got a decent fire going here. I'm just burning a bunch of fallen limbs and stuff like that. Not having to cut too much. I have to cut some of those up a little bit, but not much. There's nothing like a flame. It's just the undulation of the flames and the color sometimes. It's just really like watching fish in an aquarium. Being really soothing. And that's putting off some heat right there. And you see, we just start out with some leaves and small sticks from the size of a straw, of a toothpick, then larger to the size of a straw, then twice that size, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and fire gets going a little bit, then just make a pyramid shape to it with bigger wood. I got wood on here that's about 3.5 to 4 inches in diameter. And while it's burning hot right now, I need to put some bigger wood on it. Well, we got some nice coals right here. Man, good thing I'm not hungry. I'd be cooking something with all those good coals right there. And I got my lantern there hanging. Yeah, you put too much light around here. You can see right here. You can see through this. This is that blue pad I was telling you about right here. See, it's close to an inch thick. It's about $12 or $13. And this is the London sleeping bag right here. And you just unzip it here in the center right here, and it opens up really wide, so you can just sit down right here and lay back, get your bag set up. Just sitting down right here. It's a fairly starry night tonight. I heard a deer. I have deer all the time in the yard, so that's pretty normal. I tell you what, these headlamps right here, you put on your head, man, these things are bright. These are a lifesaver right here. You should have one of these things as an emergency anytime you go anywhere or do anything. They are relatively cheap. You can buy expensive ones, but the ones like 20 bucks are really good, especially camping and stuff like that. You don't put your hand in the wrong place, get bit by something. See all these hot coals right here. I need some bigger wood. But it's already a little bit after 11 p.m. I know the birds always wake me up in the morning. I think right now the sun's coming up about 6:50 now a.m. You'll hear one bird start off, and then another one, different birds, and then becomes like an orchestra for the first hour and the sun's coming up. It's really pretty. If you're going to build a fire, you don't need to build it like I just built this one, because I came out here like 10:30 p.m. and just grabbed some of these old limbs and stuff like that, and making a fire with that and some rotten trees that had fallen. And but you want to have your wood and all that stuff set up first. And you can see the heat coming off this right here. This bush right here is just shaking like the top, shaking like Elvis Presley. That heat pushing the wind up. Well, it's nothing like camping. Man, those are nice coals right there. That would be some good coals to cook some biscuits with. And Okay, guys. Oh, it must be close to midnight. We're in the hammock with our mosquito net here, this black here, and our blue pad right here, about 3/4 inch thick, Walmart. That'll keep us warm because the hammock made out of parachute material, it will freeze you to death. Even in 80 degrees weather, laying on it, your backside and back and all that will get cold just in 80-degree weather with the wind blowing. So this protects us here from the cold. It's supposed to be about 50 degrees, I guess, in the morning, and we got a hurricane coming up through Florida. We got some wind here. The wind is about 2 miles per hour to 5 miles per hour, with some gust around 15, 20 mile per hour gust occasionally. And so we've got our tarp out here too, and up here we got our zippers. It's got a lot of zippers. I mean, you can zip it up. You got zippers to go up. You got zippers to come down. You got zippers on the inside. You got zippers on the outside the same way. Bunch of zippers on this mosquito netting. This stuff is so fine that nothing can penetrate it. You know, gnats, mosquitoes, anything, ants, nothing. So it's not supposed to rain tonight, but the way that this V style right here is kind of, maybe you can see part of that stuff, tarp. That will keep a lot of the wind off of us right there. And so I don't mind if it does rain, as long as it's not too terrible, because the tarp's going to protect me with that. So anyway, I'm in the Lundgren sleeping bag, which is one of my favorite sleeping bags for weather that's not cold. It'll go down 30 degrees if you wear the right clothes in it and you stay warm. So I'm cozy right now, and so I like listening to the wind go through the trees. Sounds like the ocean waves, the wind going through the trees and all. So hopefully the wind doesn't pull up our stakes. I got these heavy duty long stakes. You should always use the long stake, 12, 14 inch steel. Looks like a giant nail type stakes, because you will need them at some times with a really strong wind. So hopefully it won't be too terribly bad, but I usually sleep really well when it's rainy and windy, and it makes me sleepier, I think. Okay, guys, hear the wind? That was a acorn or something that fell on the tarp, made a popping sound. And that's one reason to have a tarp over your hammock, because if you do have wind or little small branches or something like that fall, that'll keep it from hitting your netting and stuff like that. And we've got this ridge line here on the this is the ridge line here, paracord, and up here is another paracord line for the tarp. If a branch were to fall, hope you're not a big branch. I don't see any real big branches on these two trees that I'm tied to, so if a branch did fall, these lines will help break that fall a little bit. And so the trees that I'm tied to, I've looked at both trees. They're both real sturdy trees, and they don't have many limbs on them. So hopefully that'll work out fine. All right, guys. That's another thing that makes it really comfortable in a hammock if you have a pillow too, you know. So I feel really, really comfortable. All right, guys. Well, hopefully see you in the morning here. Good night, Gary J. Well, guys, we made it through the night. That wind from the hurricane out of Florida has really been blowing. You might hear it there in the trees. It's blowing like that all night long. And this is always kind of my favorite time of the day right here. Yeah, the sun coming up. No two sunrises are the same, or sunsets are quite the same, so it's always very unique. And over here is where we had a fire the other night. But yeah, I see the clouds and stuff in the distance a little bit, but mainly it's like a rainy looking day. It didn't rain at all though. It's just really windy, and all my stakes and stuff held on the ground there. And all I heard was some pine straw and I don't know, acorn or something hitting the tarp up here. You can see the tarp. That's pretty blue right there, isn't it? So, I'm gonna wait around here a little while longer. It must be about 6:50. I need to look at my watch. And the sun is coming up a little bit later now than what it was. Okay, guys, hope y'all have a great day here. Get you a hammock and enjoy the outdoors. It's about 50 degrees this morning, but I'm really comfortable in my London sleeping bag. Take care. Have a great day. Gary J.